we will just stick with this one. Let's check out the clues, see what we've learned so far.
The killer's car is probably a Chevrolet Malibu 83.
No data for our map.
No prints or specific clues. Nothing much to go on. A common species. That doesn't help much.
Okay, then on to the files.
Eight victims in the last 3 years. All boys, aged between 9 and 13. No signs of violence. The victims disappear from public places in broad daylight. No one notices anything. Bodies are found 3 to 5 days later. Drowned in rainwater.
So that's why the rain is important.
Killer has a large comfort zone. He gained confidence rapidly and moved away from his base. This won't make the geoprofiling any easier. Always the same ritual. An origami in the hand, an orchid on the chest. The victims have always been dead for less than 6 hours when they were found, which means they remained alive for several days before being drowned. Over 3,500 people questioned. Over 100 suspects interrogated. Not a single lead to go on.
I think that's everything we can do for now. I'm wondering if all this is caused from the airy sunglasses, or if he just has some kind of
I better
addiction.
go wash my face. I need to take some. I'm gonna faint if I resist. That's all right. Oh, I feel like crap.
That's the blue stuff of wonders, apparently.
Is everything all right, sir?
Not really.
No one will see.
That was that guy earlier who saw us playing that invisible ball. Now he's seeing us all freaking out. This guy's crazy.
I gotta hang on. I can beat this. Don't break down. I can do without it. I can do without it.
I'm not sure what happens if you end up taking the drugs. I just kind of stay away from them. They walk weird. At least it seems like it from the aerial view. Now we shoot back to Ethan. kind of cool when the main characters start to interact with each other.
This is Lieutenant Blake, Mr. Marsh. Could you please tell him what happened?
It was this afternoon. I went to the park with my son, Sean. We played together for a while, and then he wanted to go on the carousel, so I put him on one of the wooden horses, and when I turned back, Sean had disappeared.
Exactly what time did you arrive at the park? Try to remember exactly, Mr. Mars. Every detail can be important.
It must have been about...
I usually get this wrong, but I caught it this time. 4:15.
4:15. Yeah, that's it, 4:15. I remember exactly because I looked at the clock in the park when we arrived.
Yep.
What was your son wearing when he disappeared?
He was wearing a coat. A beige coat. And a pair of pants. Green pants.
How could Sean have disappeared without you even noticing? Weren't you right by the carousel?
I went to sit on a bench a little way off. I didn't notice right away the carousel had stopped. That must have been when Sean disappeared.
You say you took your son to the park after school, but you didn't report him missing until 8:15. Why did it take you so long to contact the police?
I don't know. I panicked. I didn't know what to do.
Did Sean have any particular difficulties, Mr. Mars? Anything that might have caused him to run away?
No. No, I don't think so.
Everything okay at school? Any particular problems between you and your wife?
My wife and I have been separated for the last 6 months. But Sean would not have gone off without telling his mother or me.
All right. That's all the questions I have for now. You're free to go, Mr. Mars. We'll continue to look for Sean overnight. We'll contact you if we have any more questions.
Do you think the origami killer...
Listen, your son's probably just run off and he'll turn up in a couple of hours.
But what if it is the origami killer?
Well, then we have about 4 days to find him alive.
Did they find something?
No, nothing yet, but they're gonna keep looking through the night.
Do they think it's the origami killer?
It's still too early to say, but it is a possibility.
What happened, Ethan? How could you lose Sean like that? You should never have taken your eyes off him. I mean, for God's sake, how hard is it to keep your eye on a child in the park? Why did you leave him, Ethan? Why? Wasn't it enough losing Jason?
Ooh, bitch.
I'm sorry. It's not what I meant to say. I miss him so much.
Back to Shelby.